important, because what happens is that one very, very simple thing, I don't know if I mentioned here in this bag, uh, the spiritual domain is no time, no space. You can get lost into it for ages and ages together. I have people who say ki 40 years I wasted. I myself have 6 years, so I know that I wasted. I know in the past lives how many things, how many births I have wasted, right? So you need to really not do everything, but do what is required at this stage. And that is where the Merkaba helps you big, big time. There are people who come to me and then they say ki mujhe na Kundalini awakening karna hai. Do you all do that? And of course we do Kundalini awakening and all those stuff. But I tell them, no, I don't do, because I don't want to indulge into discussion and things like that, and to explain those people. Now, when I speak to those people, I feel that he is carrying black magic. He's carrying entity. Now, at this stage, what is the priority? Tell me by your logical mind. Is it Kundalini awakening, or is it removal of the entity or the black magic? जब आप एंटिटी ब्लैक मैजिक आप निकालोगे तो अपने आप ही आपका रूट चक्र थोड़ा थोड़ा एक्टिवेट होने लगेगा ना. सो यू नीड टू डू व्हाट नीड्स टू बी डन एट दिस टाइम. जरूरी नहीं कि जो पोस्ट आपके सामने आया है आपको सब कुछ करना है. दैट इज व्हाई माँ ऑलवेज सेज द रेडी पीपल विल कम टू. Those people who are open and who have done certain work, or even if they have not done certain work, but they are open enough to embrace and to activate their Merkaba, they will be drawn to the space of learning this beautiful methodology modality, right? And this is a very beautiful question put up by Sukhbir. Does the Merkaba design change as per time? And the answer is yes. Now the same Jeric, for example, chalo koi bhi, you draw your Merkaba today and keep it with you. You do the reading, you don't do the reading, that is a different thing. But after you learn the Merkaba and you work upon yourself a bit, after 2 months, after 3 months, the Merkaba you draw will be different. So the Merkaba, what you draw, will differ as you evolve. It will also differ as your consciousness deteriorates. The Merkaba will also deteriorate, right? So that is where you really need to be on it, right? So that was about the Merkaba reading. Of course, all those of you who are interested in learning this Merkaba reading, that will come up towards the end of the workshop. I don't teach the complete, detailed, advanced thing, but a basic of Merkaba reading will definitely be there on offer as we move towards the end, when I share the offers, right? So how many of you feel that you repeat incidents? आपकी लाइफ में incidents repeat होते रहते हैं regular. How many of you feel? Just type me in the. How many of you feel कि कुछ 3 महीने पहले हुआ वही चीज वापस हो रही है, कुछ 6 महीने पहले हुआ वही चीज वापस हो रही है? So let us look into any kind of challenges that are happening. Maybe there was some challenge which happened around 6 months back. A similar challenge has come back. Something which happened 2 years back, a similar challenge now has come back. Till 2 years there was nothing, but then again something of that sort has come back. Yeah, money issues. There was some person who took away your money, मान लो, and then again now there is somebody else who's come and he's taken away your money and he's not returning, right? Or you faced a big loss in probably the stock market 1.5, 2 years back, and this time again you are facing that loss after 1.5, 2 years, like something of that sort, which is repeating. If it is repeating, type me in the chat box. Relationship issues. How many of you feel कि आपकी वाइफ के साथ या आपके किसके साथ, फादर मदर के साथ आपने रिलेशनशिप इश्यूज हील कर दिए, ऐसा लगता है ठीक हो गया, एक सुलह हो गया, but after 3 months, 6 months, it starts to recur back. It starts to come back. It starts to come back. Right? How many of you feel that thing happens? And in relationships, it is so very common. It is very easy to connect and relate to. Very easily. And every 3 to 6 months, you will find that these kind of related to relationships come up, because that is something which is very clearly visible. Or in health, you feel कि आपकी diabetes कम हो गई, but after 3 months, after 6 months, suddenly something happened. You started eating a lot from outside or something of that sort, or not taking proper medication. फिर से वो relapse हो गई. How many of you feel that you are repeating either health, money, relationship, domestic issues, challenges, or you have been able to shed weight, but वापस 3 महीने के बाद weight बढ़ गई? You are again back to square one where you were. Now, have you ever wondered? Okay. Now, by common logic, right, it is evident कि सभी लोगों के लाइफ में चीजें रिपीट तो होती है, ठीक है? Now, have you ever wondered कि why do things repeat? Any idea why do things repeat? The same story, it keeps repeating. Any idea why? Let us troubleshoot life, okay? Because life is more about troubleshooting than healing. Once you troubleshoot, then the healing becomes very easy. Karma. That's the point of struggle, no idea. Pattern, not address. Yeah, how do you address a pattern? We have not solved it. Pattern of thought. Lesson not learned. Okay. We may not be doing something correctly. Conditioning. Okay. Attitude. Resistance towards something. What else? What do you feel it is? See, you have been repeating, you have been facing repeated patterns, right? हर बार repeat हो रहा है. But क्यों हो रहा है? आप जब तक उसको देखोगे नहीं करने के लिए, या you will not go into deep into understanding what it is, you will keep repeating it for the rest of your life, not just for the rest of your life, even in the next birth. You will keep repeating those patterns. I will give you blocks, layers of patterns, lack of awareness, past life karma. Okay. It is past life karma. When we say about karma, there are 5 different things. I will share with you all sometimes if I remember from office Monday, Tuesday. There are 5 different things that impact human life the most. The most in the sense everything is in that 5. That is why 5 senses, 5 fingers, all of that. So I will share that later on. Okay? Because everything is not karma. We feel that everything is karma, but everything is not karma. Okay? Now, the correct answer had already been given. Right? So let me share with you a couple of examples. Now, there was this architect. Okay? There was this architect who was who used to stay in UK. She was a very famous architect, and it so happened that she divorced. There was and this is a real story, by the way. There was she had a very challenging marriage. When she married that person, they were very happy with each other. 3-4 years, very nice, very good. Like generally it happens, no? The good period, it's the starting period is always good, and then later on things take a turn. So it so happened that after a few years, after 4 or 5 years, there were cracks that started to show in the marriage, in the relationship. And they thought of there was verbal abuse and a lot of abusing each other, and even to the point of hitting each other. The husband used to hit the wife. Now it so happened that both of them, they were there at the police station, trading charges against each other. Ki this person beat me, he physically beat me, he did this. And it was so very, you can say repetitive, and things happened so frequently that they decided to divorce. They decided to separate and have divorce. They divorced. Now this lady, she was a very famous architect. So after 2-3 years, she remarried. and then it was all over the uh, circle, her circle at that time. Ki new beginnings. See, generally, whenever you break off with somebody and start, we always say, new beginnings, new these things. But actually, there are no new beginnings, right? It is only something which has been carried forward from the past. The energy is that only. So what happened is that new beginnings. 3-4 years, that marriage went on well. After 3-4 years, cracks started to show up in that marriage as well. And she kind of, after 4 to 5 years, they landed up in the same police station, trading the same charges against each other. Physical abuse, verbal abuse, beating, and all of those. And the same sections of the law. You know why this happened? Okay, so just let this story be at the back of your mind. I'll share with you one more story. This is also a real story. This happened with me. I was so long back, 6-7 years back. There was a lady who was around in the 50s, and she came to me, and she said, "I want to do a tarot reading." So generally, we do so many readings and all, but then we don't indulge directly into readings because we are not mainly into predictions. We are mainly into transformations. So I told her, "Why do you want tarot reading?" So she said, "I'm carrying on with a guy, and we are in a live-in relationship, and I'm already 50 plus, and I am in two minds whether I should marry this person or not marry." I said, "Okay. So you're already divorced?" She said, "Yes." So I said, "What happened with your ex-husband? Why did you divorce?" She said, "It was a very bad marriage. He didn't respect me. He didn't treat me properly. He used to abuse me. He never respected me, and blah, blah, blah." I went a bit back. I asked her, "How was your relationship with your father?" She said, "Don't ask me about my father. My relationship with my father was very bad. And I married the first person who came in my life. That was my ex-husband. Because I wanted to run away from my father. He was very abusive. He never accommodated me. He never gave me the love that was due for me." And then I told her, "You don't need a tarot reading. Go and have do completeness with your ex-husband. Go and do completeness with your father. Automatically, if this person is right for you, you will get that answer. Why are you running after healers? I want this tarot, that tarot. What will that predictive science say?" It is a prediction, but you can change that energy right now. And that is exactly what happens. If you do not complete, it will repeat. And I think somebody mentioned, if you do not address the root causes, if you don't address the root cause, that problem will repeat. Because you have not addressed something related to money, that money problem is coming again. You have not addressed something related to health, the health problem is coming again. And when you address the root cause, then you will see miraculously these things stop to exist. And till the time you do not address the root cause, you will stop to exist, and it is only these patterns that will exist. And that is why one enlightened master has mentioned so beautifully, we are not human beings, we are pattern beings. We always keep on repeating patterns, right? So what we need today is completion. We do not need any other modality. ये modality से मेरा problem solve नहीं हुआ, ये modality पे जाएंगे, ये modality पे जाएंगे. Probably we don't need a modality, we just need that wisdom to move ahead towards completion. There is a paper cutting, if possible I'll share later on. It is there in this slide itself. Now there were these 2-3 people, age 62, and this was in the newspaper. This came just around 3 months back, and it was so very relevant to our topic that I added it in the slide, right? And I share this in the master class, right? So if you see, it goes like this. In 1972, so it so happened that there were three friends, aged 62 or 68, somewhere in South Kerala, something, and they since childhood they were together with each other. So what happened was that uh, as they sat one day together, every day they used to meet, and since childhood, since fourth, fifth standard, they were together. So they used to meet one day. Two of them, they took up a stone, and they ambushed this guy called Vijay Babu near the Malcolm town around 1 p.m. So this is the press report. Balkrishnan grabbed Babu by the collar while Matthew stuck him in the face and back with a stone. The police said. Babu, also in his 60s, so all three were in their 60s, and they were there since childhood friends. And you know what they said? They said this was never over. In class 4, this guy, he used to eat our tiffin. We had a quarrel, and it was never over in us. Now you can understand, in class 4, that means around what, 7, 8, 9 years. And they are the best of friends, all three. They are 60, 62 now. So from 50 years old, they are carrying just that little hurt that this guy used to eat our tiffin. And they kind of hit him black and blue and then send him to the hospital where he was struggling for his life. So that is the power of incompletion. So you can understand, we sitting here, if we are facing certain issues, we have not finished it. These things are coming from this birth, these things might be coming from the past birth, these things might be coming from our ancestors, but all these things will keep coming. For example, I think Jirik shared that my father also had childhood traumas, I had childhood traumas. It will keep coming. It will keep coming to Jirik in the next birth. It will keep coming to Jirik's children in this birth. Why? Because the energy was set in motion. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. That is Newton's law. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy can only be transmuted from one form to another. Right? So many a times हम relationship ऊपर से तो ठीक कर देते हैं, बस वो suppress हो जाता है, उस time के लिए avoid कर लेते हैं, temporarily एक balm लगा देते हैं उसको, but at the root energetic level वो कभी भी ठीक नहीं होती है. And that is why we keep repeating, as per Newton's second law, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transmuted, it can only be transformed. That means if you don't complete any unresolved energy or karma, it stays in motion and finds a new way to return back to you. That lady, she could not end, that architect, she ended the relationship, but she did not end the energy with the other person, with the ex-husband that came back in this person. Now this person is a fresh body, new face, new body, new name, but in 4 years the energy became the same and everything the same. And that is what happens in our life day in, day out, because we have not been shown how we can integrate the energies or how we can reach to completion. Everything in and around us is incomplete, unclosed, and hence they will keep returning back. This is also called the repressed returns. If you Google around, you will come to know it is also called the repressed returns, right? So Shakti is the force of moment, creation, energy, and expression. Without balance, she becomes chaotic. So the person keeps doing and trying many things. If the Shiv is not activated properly and Shiv and Shakti are not synchronized, what will happen? This person will keep doing. He will keep putting efforts. सब कुछ करते रहेगा, but he will be stuck up in the repetitive loop of action without direction. And these people, There are so many people who come to me, they connect to me through this Facebook ads and all. They say, "आपकी healing से ये ठीक होता है क्या?" And you cannot answer them, because to answer them you need certain time, you need a certain consciousness for them to understand. For me, probably to have that opportunity to make them understand, which is not possible on a one-on-one. I cannot keep counseling one-on-one people just out of nowhere and just for the heck of it. It is only when people come to the programs one by one, they get to know one thing, another thing, third thing. So that is why when we do so many programs, slowly and steadily the transformation happens, the shift starts happening. So we keep jumping from one healing modality to another. Reiki is also so very powerful. Pranic healing is so very powerful. There are so many modalities. In fact, all the modalities are divine. They are so very powerful. The only thing is that we do not know which modality to use where. हमारा मरकबा ही एक्टिवेटेड नहीं है और हम एक मोडालिटी पे दूसरी मोडालिटी आए. Came across a very big name from, I think, Gurgaon or Chandigarh, I don't remember, in COVID. That lady, she was a very big name in travel industry, and she said, Vijay, there is a relationship thing challenge I was going through, and उस relationship के चक्कर में I learned tarot, I learned angel, I did this, I did that. I said, tarot and angel to heal a relationship? I said, yes, I started with the relationship reading, and then that healer told me you need to do this and you need to do this, and I learned tarot, वो सब कुछ, and she put 2.5 lakh rupees. In the end, she was there where she was when she started, and then she came to me, she said, Vijay, how can you help me? I said, be with me. For sure, I will be able to help you. Be with me. Don't fall into these kind of traps. See, I'm not blaming anybody here. But what happens is that when you are in a desperate situation, जो सामने आता है हम करते जाते हैं, right? And so many times when our Shiv, that is the one which gives direction, is not balanced, we land up in wrong hands. Then we waste money. And then the Shakti becomes, because Shiv is Shav, it is not balanced, the Shakti becomes chaotic. And we keep doing one thing after the other, one thing after the other, without any result, right? So Shiv is the force of consciousness, stillness, awareness, detachment. So, of course, we have covered this. जो person, अगर Shiv energy is stuck up है ना, he is directionless. So these people, they will just keep overthinking. अगर आप overthink कर रहे हो ना हमेशा कि मेरा problem कैसे solve होगा, कैसे solve होगा, कैसे solve होगा, Shiv energies are not in sync, right? And these people will just wait for the golden sunrise. वो एक दिन तो कहाँ से कुछ होगा. वो एक portal आया था ना, 12-12 portal, then 8-8 portal, 12-8 portal, 8-8 portal, right? Now probably 11-11 का कोई portal आएगा. They will just keep waiting for those portal days. या दिवाली आएगा, they will keep waiting for Diwali. I'm coming with a blog on Diwali. Diwali, a portal or a false hope. So whenever I put up, I'll share in the group and go through it. You'll get to know, you'll get a lot of insights कि क्या है, right? So these people, they will also wait for tarot predictions. Tarot के पीछे घूमते रहेंगे till the time they come across a tarot reading which will give them a sukoon in the heart. ये मैं सुनना चाहता था. But then that is only a sukoon in the heart. There is nothing which is going to change externally. Whatever your energy is, you're going to live that life only, right? And then in the end you will say ये tarot card भी मेरे लिए work नहीं किया, ये astrological prediction भी मेरे लिए work नहीं किया. So what we need today is not another piece of knowledge or any new healing. What we need today is something which can help us to integrate these energies and help us towards completion. Spiritual integration and completion is the missing piece in most healing journeys, at least what I have observed. True endings happen when Shiv and Shakti are in harmony, are in union. Means the Merkaba is balanced and activated. Completion is not healing alone. It is beyond healing. It is when an old karmic loop is fully seen, processed and closed, so it holds no power over you. So a very beautiful quote I came up from the net. By the age of 30, I had experienced several significant relationships. Then one morning I woke up and discovered I had experienced only one relationship over and over and over again. So if you do not complete, you will end up marrying it. There are so many here in this room. You're still carrying that old spouse. Probably you might have separated, or you might be staying away from them. You are still carrying that spouse in you. Right? And if you do not complete now, get into how many new relationships you want to. Go and marry a foreigner, probably, whose nationality is not the same as yours. Everything, change your city, country, whatever. But you have not completed, so you will end up marrying that particular energy only. So why we keep healing and still we are stuck up? Because we are healing the symptom, we are not healing the source. We are working on energy which is without direction, that is Shakti without Shiv. We are knowing the truth, but we are unable to live it, that is Shiv without Shakti. When Shakti is there, but there is no Shiv, then what will happen? You keep working, but there is no direction. Shiv is the direction giver. When there is no Shakti, when there is only Shiv, then you know what you want to do, but you will not be able to do it only. Because Shakti is action, Shakti is manifestation. Merkaba healing brings together both the true completion. So, energy, when we talk about energy, it is into two parts, Shiv and Shakti. I think we discussed this yesterday. The energy is always there in two parts. A coin always has two sides, heads and tails. Right? When we talk about Shiv energy, it is about direction. Shiv is about consciousness. It is about direction. It is about goals in your life. It is about what you need to heal in your life. If your Shiv is not proper, as I told you, that guy who came, there are so many people who come to me. Sorry. There are so many people who come to me. In fact, even the last master class, there was a lady who came to me. I want to open my third eye. And there are many requests I get. I want to open my third eye. And I'm like, so much of no Shiv. When the third eye opens up naturally, when it goes from down to up, imagine your third eye is open. I'm giving you a very practical example. Imagine, which I share with my community. Imagine if your third eye is open. And you get to know that after 1 month you're going to get into a very bad accident, or there is going to be a very heavy loss to you. Now your root chakra is not activated, your third eye is activated because you wanted the third eye to be activated, and the Lord is always Tathastu, right? The divine is always Tathastu. Ye chahiye, ye bhi karke dekho, ye chahiye, ye bhi karke dekho. Now this guy, he knows that after 2 months he's going to face a near-death situation, and he can not do anything about it. He's going to face a major money loss. But you know what? He cannot do anything about it. And every day from that, of those 2 months, is like dying. It is like living in hell. It is like living that loss every day. You know why he cannot do anything? Because his root chakra is only blocked. When the root chakra is blocked, how can he kind of go and do any kind of manifestation, or how can he change something which is going to happen? So, you should know what to heal. If you are misdirected in healing, Shiv energy is not proper. You should know where to go. You should know from where you need to heal. Now, Shakti. Shakti is about the right effort. Shakti is about the right action. Shakti is about the movement, right? You cannot just keep meditating and thinking कि ये बस मैं meditate कर रहा हूँ मुझे पैसे आ जाएंगे. You need to act also, ना? So Shakti is about movement. Shakti is about marketing in business, right? Shakti is about how you will heal. Shiv is about what to heal, from where to heal. Shakti is about how to heal. That means the practical aspect of healing. And Shakti is about manifestation. Now, the upper triangle is Shiv, the lower triangle is Shakti. Individually, both are incomplete. Now, if you understand this whole theory, it's taken me a lot of time to had this one particular slide, right, and I've tried to make it as simple as possible for everybody to understand. Individually, both are incomplete. Together, the union is Merkaba, which is completion. Right? Like in Jerik's case, it is a good Merkaba. And I come across, out of, if I'm doing 20 readings, I come across 1 or 2 Merkabas which are good Merkabas. Like Jerik's Merkaba is also good. Although there are issues will be there in everybody's life, no? Because we are coming here since 500, 600 births. So there are going to be issues we are carrying since so many births. But he has a good Merkaba. Both the triangles are good, but then there is no coordination. And when there is no communion, no coordination, no union, what will happen? You will have direction. You will put in efforts also, but you will not get results. Because probably you are putting effort somewhere else, probably the direction is somewhere else. So life is about living the 4 Purusharthas, right? Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha, we all know Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha. Earth is about money. Kam is about your desires. Remember one thing, you cannot, when you go away with an unfulfilled desire from this planet, you will come back in the next life with the unfulfilled desire only. And that is why your desire should always be fulfilled. Of course, it should be a realistic desire, right? You cannot say, I want to marry Aishwarya Rai, I want to marry this actress, and that is a desire. That is a fantasy, right? So, Kam, that is desire. The third is Dharma. When we talk about Dharma, people like us, I mentioned yesterday, we are Grihasthas. For us, Dharma is not the Dharma ki religion or Dharma, no. It is about the Swadharma. That means living the life for what you are made for. I am made for this thing. An enlightened master in 2016 told me, I was actually into computers before. He said, Vijay, you will shut down your computer business and you will enter into spirituality business. And I was like, spirituality could business be hota hai? He said, yes, Vijay. And you are going to impact many lives. You don't know now. And I said, ye kya hai? Of course, I was not happy with what I was doing in computers, and I shut down that. And then slowly and steadily, I worked upon myself in these 9 years. And now I know, yes, I am made for this. So that is called Swadharma. That is your own purpose of life. And in the end comes moksha, that is liberation. Right? So life is about living these 4 Purusharthas. They are not just goals. They are natural outcomes when your Shiv, that is consciousness, and Shakti, that is energy, are in balance. Heal the imbalance, awaken your Purusharthas, and everything you seek already lies within you. Merkaba is probably the only modality which works on all these 4, even fulfilling your desires. When you learn Merkaba healing, there are 4 statements that you go through. All Merkaba healing start with those 4 statements, and one of that is fulfill desires. Your desires have to be fulfilled. See, there are many, I don't know other modalities, but there are very few modalities, or probably at least I have not come across any modalities which speaks very openly about fulfilling your desires. But fulfilling your desires is so very important. And when I say desires, again I mention not fantasies, the heartfelt desires, not the mind-induced desires. बाजू वाले के पास गाड़ी है तो मुझे गाड़ी चाहिए. नहीं. If you want something from your heart, that is a heartfelt desire. Right? So now we move into individual healing. Okay? Quickly. So I'm going to take up one person at this time, and I'm going to give healing only to that one person. Right? Everybody else will be here in this room. Everybody else will keep chanting.